What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Showtime is Blazer King with King's Critiques. Being the if the video is shorter than intended, blame YouTube for not knowing how copyright works because they have an AI check everything. The second usual caveat would be if you have an opinion about the show, my opinions, the series, or whatever else, don't forget to leave a comment because it's always highly encouraged because it helps out the algorithm. And I do like conversing between myself, other people, and seeing other people converse as well. Unfortunately, the only comments I've seen were not very nice, unfortunately. And I do gotta remind you to at least be nice in the comments to each other, even if you're an asshole to me. And the final would be, if you're not going to stick around to have conversations, at the very least let the video run through, let me get the watch time, and hit the like button, subscribe, and all that stuff, because it's incredibly good for the algorithm and helpful to me, and absolutely free. That all being said, let's get into the final of this, and hopefully clear up a little bit of the confusion, because so far, literally everyone's actually a piece of shit in their own right. Like, the most innocent one is Junya. High key. Junya is the most innocent one out of everybody. He's just like an asshole because he's a teenage guy. Like legitimately, he's like the most innocent out of everybody. Because like Shizuka, she was perfectly fine, perfectly, a good person other than what was happening to her. And then all of a sudden, after Marina died, she kind of went cynical. And not in the way where she hates everything, like sociopathic even, to where she wanted bad things to continue happening to other people. Takopi, fucking moron from episode 1, and then, ignoring the amnesia part because he was supposed to go back to kill Shizuka to help out the cunt face. He just never understood the assignment regardless of who he was with. Azuma was a good kid. However, both in the branching timelines, A with Shizuka, where he went totally simp mode because he was always in love with her, which gets revealed in the other timeline with Marina, to where he was dating her, and then that meme happened where he paid more attention to Shizuka. So then the shit happened with Marina that happened in the original timeline anyway, except for in the addition of she killed her mother and then herself. And the adults, all of the adults are fucking idiots in this show, period. That is without a doubt. Teachers, parents, cops, every single adult in this show is an idiot. So, how is this gonna end? Hopefully not with some unnecessary attack. And use that logic how you will. That said, let's get into it and see what we got to stomach. Okay, so timeline when Shizuka's father was still with them. Oh, let's also not forget that fact of Shizuka actually found her father, and he had since, I don't know if he remarried, but he definitely had 2 new kids. Oh good, and they're going to show us a little clip of Chappy being taken away. Great. So she wished for a dad that wasn't, going to leave them. Which also branched off on the question, was the mother a whore beforehand, and that's why the father left or not? We still didn't get a clear answer on that. Food for lunch and a school without bullies. And she got at least one of those things thanks to Takopi. Unfortunately, that was not his actual original goal. Okay, so which timeline is this? Because Azuma's not in jail, and I'm guessing Marina's not dead yet. Because if he's saying they should find Shizuka, then when he have already been with Shizuka when she was about to kill him? So is this the... it doesn't seem like this is the current timeline, because wasn't Takopi just with Shizuka in Tokyo? Well, because her smile is much more rewarding. Think about it. While you went back to help that stupid bitch, her life was only bad because she didn't take out her mother or Shizuka's mother beforehand. Shizuka's life was a living hell because, well, her mother, her classmates, at minimum. Honestly, comments. If anybody sees this, let me know your thoughts. Who had it worse? Like Marina, the one who had an abusive mother and a father who left her because he cared more about a prostitute, and then the boyfriend who, at least at the middle school timeline, left her for Shizuka. Though I think, honestly, we'll only think about the elementary school years, so we'll get rid of that one. Or Shizuka, who was being bullied consistently because of her horror of a mother. Father left maybe because of horror of a mother, maybe for some other reason. Had her dog taken away because of that stupid cunt. Had to kill herself because of that stupid cunt. Which I guess in theory was Takopi's original goal, so like he did succeed in that, but like he said, why do I still want to see her smile? And honestly, the worst part about Shizuka is her turning borderline sociopathic after Marina died. Which, honestly, yeah, I can't really defend her much on that one. You get a taste for blood and then you want to see more, but the rest of it, I still bode more in the favor of Shizuka, honestly. Like, dog logic above all logic. You know, she had her dog taken away. Therefore, Marina deserved everything that happened. I will stick by that. Yeah, but Marina's an even worse girl and she hurt you too. Matter of fact, she beat on you regularly to the point where you thought that's how parents are supposed to treat their children. Yeah, but it's only to certain extents where it's a good thing. Or, it's kind of like a mediating natural yin-yang kind of flow. And I guess that's kind of where Shizuka's at, to where she's the yin-yang kind of flow. Marina, not so much. Marina was more bad than good. The only time she was a good person was that little bit of the middle school timeline where she was with Ozma. Which, honestly, here's the thing. If you're a child and you need, a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever to be happy, you don't have much future for your life. Like, again, that's a borderline hypocritical thing for me to say. But listen, as a child, you have so much promise, so much you can do in life. So many things are open to you as a child. And yet that's the point where it drove people to go crazy. Like, granted, in that timeline, it also was kind of Marina's mother's fault for shit happening, but you can't wish somebody dead because of that, So, like, in the child perspective of things, Marina's in the wrong in every instance. Like, yeah, she had a traumatizing life, but her violence could have been turned elsewhere. I'm just saying. Like, if she had the goal to kill one of her schoolmates, she could have killed a parent. Again, not supporting per se in these cases, but I'm just saying she could have made a better target in mind. Fucking Jack the Ripper took out, streetwalkers. Why couldn't Marina have taken out a streetwalker? That, nah. I feel if I keep returning to that topic, it'll, get stale, so. Point being, on the flow of yin and yang, Shizuka definitely had it more in her. It was just, the unfortunate part of they probably could have avoided killing that dumb bitch. They probably could have avoided the dog being taken. And it all could have worked out fine in one way, shape, or form, but matter of fact, couldn't Takopi had just gone back instead to kill, like I said, Shizuka's mother, stopping all of that branching shit to happen? Because let's take this just in theory. What if it was Shizuka's mother who died? Then A, Chappy would still be with Shizuka. B, the father might have come back to take Shizuka to Tokyo. And then C, that would have meant that Marina would have had no problems with her mother, no problems with her father, and not had to harm Shizuka. So, honestly, killing Shizuka's mother would have been the main goal in an actual thought process. That's my opinion. The main problem of the whole thing was Shizuka's mother. Just like the main problem of the whole, issue that happened in half of Breaking Bad was because of Skylar. See where I'm going with this? I will say, though, about Ozma, I kind of think, like, in a way, he kind of looks like if somebody 20 years younger. Actually, this is probably the most literal on the head point that I'm saying this. Kind of looks like if somebody significantly younger with, like, a completely different, interesting style was trying to just, like, capture how Conan looks and redraw that just as, like, a simp. Which, to be fair, Shinichi, kind of a simp too, but hey, I have fake accounts doing that on Twitter and stuff all the damn time. Oh, hi, the camera. You cleaned it? Did you fix it? Or is this still also a different timeline so he was able to use it to reverse time again? Yeah, I was actually literally about to say that. Is like, those glasses are different than the other timeline. He had black rims before. Oh, well, that was nice of your brother. So was the brother the one that turned himself in? Is that what I'm gathering? I'm guessing so. So, yes. But that also goes back to the point of Junior being, like, the most competent character in this whole damn show. Like, I still have, my general sense of, like, envy. Because, listen, anybody that, like, has the ease of getting a girlfriend at that age, like, I'm still envious of, even at my old-ass age. But still, I will call him the most competent character in the whole show. I mean, technically this can, but I broke it. But yes. Yeah, tell him what. Okay, that's valid. So, like, I am going to gather by all of that, by the way, that Junia did indeed turn himself in place of Azuma. Otherwise, yeah, all of what Azuma just said would seem ridiculous. But if he did, then, yeah, it kind of makes sense, didn't it? Wait, hold on. There's no shot. There is actually no shot. Did Shizuka actually kill her half-sisters? Oh, never mind. Apparently she took them and then returned them. Okay, so we are in the current timeline. I'm assuming that from the end of the episode previous to last, or whenever she was about to hit him with a rock, he flew off and was able to save himself and just left her in Tokyo. So she did go about the plans of trying to fuck with her half siblings. However, apparently she like felt pity for them or returned them or something. Ah, that dead-eyed expression of hopelessness. As well you should have, or as well as you should. Because if he's still alive, then he's probably waiting for you. Okay, that's a little fucked up to say, but honestly, in this case, I'll give her the point because, like, people in charge of those places, especially the ones that animal control takes to, probably not good people. Because listen, animal control in theory, great service to have for like actual aggressive animals. You have a fucking rabid raccoon or something in the neighborhood. Yeah, animal control is great for that. To take on false reports of an aggressive dog, then they're pieces of shit. So, like, in this case, yeah, I don't blame her, honestly. Like, the children thing was a little fucked up to have thinking, but this case, maybe based as hell. But what I will say is if the whole thing ends off with Chappy not being around anymore, I can't really even blame the person who said the next couple of episodes were entertaining, because, like, they weren't entertaining, more as confusing. But I guess in a way, being given thought processes makes something entertaining. But, excuse me, man, I will renounce, like, ever making a second attempt at something that I quit because the animal gets hurt. If it ends up basically the same again. Who cares? They probably sell off animals there for cosmetic testing or something. Oh yeah, but yeah, finding her dog will hurt her, so suck a dick. Yeah, no, honestly, her expression is based as fuck right now. It's the if you don't move, I will force you to move expression. Oh, the sparkles turning black are not a good sign. Yeah, no, honestly, based. Like, I've hated him for the entire time. He bleeds? Huh. I've hated Takopi the entire time. Like, even in the one instance he was helpful, it took him way too damn long. So, like, why can't he just be of help to get her dog back? Like, what the fuck? Matter of factly, Go, like, I don't know, just impersonate. Matter of fact, if he just impersonated the dog to begin with, a lot of these issues could have been resolved. Kill Marina, impersonate the dog, everything's all fine and dandy. But no, he didn't think of that much. There's probably still some fur left on the collar he go like grabbed up and then boom, Ben Chappy. Didn't need to tell Shizuka he was doing it, and most of it will have not mattered. Yeah, no, honestly though, like, that was kind of fucked up. They even said you weren't his daughter, which is even more fucked up. Like, I had a little bit of faith in the father at one point in the show, but now he's just as much of an asshole as every other adult in this show. Like, by this point in the show, I do feel really bad for Shizuka still. Like, honestly, I can't help feel bad for anybody but Shizuka. She's really the most innocent one in all of this. And, like, the innocent people being bullied by the universe constantly is what makes them snap. I would know! So, like, I really can't relate or feel bad for anybody except for her. Because what did she actually do wrong? Like, yeah, she snapped a little bit after Shizuka died. Or, why do I keep calling her? However, she snapped a little. Okay, actually, I guess Shizuka did die, like the Shizuka that was once a good person. Like, she died when Marina died, and that made this Shizuka not that good of a person. But you still can't fault her for anything. You can't. You literally cannot. Like, yeah, if she had actually harmed her half-siblings, I guess you could have faulted her for that, for taking a little too far. But, like, couldn't you, like, literally, can you blame her for anything? Like, mother, whore, father, pretend she didn't exist and got a new family, dog taken away and might not even be alive, old best friend turned into a piece of garbage because her mother's a whore. So, like, it's classmates hate her because of the bitch that wanted to kill her. Like, you can't blame her for feeling anything she does. Exactly. Nobody gave a shit. Ozma only started to care once he was, able to be shown some respect from you because you asked for his help to hide a dead body. And then he was like, well, yeah, no, I'm not gonna actually pay attention to any of you anymore, unfortunately. Like, I still care about Shizuka, but my brother took the fall for me. My mother fell ill from stress because she thought it was actually him. And yeah, I need to stay in seclusion. But, like, other than Ozma, Simp Boy, who actually has given a fuck about Shizuka this entire time other than Takopi? Which, I mean, yes, is probably going to be the thing he says. But realistically, if Takopi had never shown up, Ozma never would have connected with her like that. Even if, he showed up in the future timeline with Marina in middle school, and that's when everything went downhill, like we got shown. Like, I feel no sympathy for Takopi for Shizuka beating the shit out of him right now. Matter of fact, here's another soapbox moment for you. If you ever have any inkling of an idea that a child in your life in some way, shape, or form is going through some hell like this, even if you have a small thought that their life might be going downhill, even if everything seems fine, make sure to check into them. Because listen, I hate children more than a lot of things, but that's because they're just annoying. In a general sense, I don't mind kids that much. Like, I don't mind humoring the neighbor's kids for like 5 minutes here and there. But like my own cousins, I've said before, I would punt them without a second thought. So like it's really a situation by situation basis. But in this situation, if you feel like a kid is scuffed up on a regular basis and they say that nothing is wrong, I don't care if you need to be a creeper and start like spying on the kid. If it's for their safety, that's fine. Like, might it get you on a list? Sure. But if it keeps them safe, it's probably the better idea. Because, like, honestly, we don't need to have situations like this happen. Like, there have been many actual real life reports of children, killing other people because they were bullied. Family, friends, other. It has actually happened. Because, like, not every incident of a kid killing people is because, like, they just snapped one day. No, they do it sometimes for a general reason, too. Like, has in a certain incident had a huge increase? Yes. But honestly, that's because nowadays people just want the attention, which is not a good reason, mind you, but it's true. But, like, for people that actually are having issues that might turn them to snap, help them. Because, like, if more people had tried to help me, even if, like, my problems started at the age of, like, 17 when my life tried to truly go downhill, I'd honestly maybe be in a better place mentally. So, like, doesn't matter. If you see somebody who seems like they're fucked up, you don't need to have a fancy degree and regurgitate the same bullshit from a book on a regular basis. Talk. This is your suicide help. Talk to people. A suicide helpline, a suicide prevention website, all that really is just like for people who actively want, just somebody to remind them of things. People that are actually in that mindset, they don't need a hotline. They don't need a website. They need somebody to care about them. Like, I can't say for everybody, but a lot of us, we just want people to care for us. And, like, the fewer people that care about us that just disappear, we're gonna snap one way or the other. And that's the worrisome part. So, like, I totally feel for Shizuka. I do. And, like, if she yeets Takopi into a tree here, I won't blame her. If she beats him to within an inch of his life, I won't blame her. If she goes to the animal control place and beats all of them to within an inch of their life until a bunch of adults stop her, I won't blame her. I'm just saying is, people need more help than they're given. Let's just continue on before I just depress myself. Damn. It's like a 9-year-old outright pulling out the fuck you. She goes from fuck you to the heck. Like, the inconsistencies when depressed is also crazy. But what about the dog? You should still go with the animal shelter even with non-violent tendencies. Because, like, you literally just have to look to them and say, yeah. So, since the girl the dog bit is, like, gone for third-party reasons, can I have my dog back? I'm not actually saying to put it like that, but hey, listen. I mean, you could go give the old college try. And hey, listen. Why don't you take that, like, everlasting ribbon from Takopi, and if they don't give you your dog back, well, I guess you can give them something to get out of work to. Not making encouragements towards that direction, but hey, listen. If they say the dog's already gone, then remind them of what they do to people when they kill their animals for zero reason. Okay, but didn't you already break that thing when you killed Marina? So is this like a third timeline and everything already happened except for breaking the camera? Or did the kid return the camera to you and it got fixed? Okay, no, it is still broken. She already knew that this existed. Oh wait, no, technically he didn't like re-show it to her every time. He only showed it to her the first timeline and then continued to use it after due to his own accord. Okay, so what's his point here? He got his memories back, but the only portion of that mattered was like him remembering he needed to kill her, but also wanting to see her smile. Oh. Okay, what's his point here? What timeline is he going back to this time? Okay, so like before we actually go back to what is the final timeline, where is he going back to and what's he doing? Because like The logical thing would be, as I already stated, going back, killing Shizuka's mother, and everything can honestly just go, like, happily. Like, that is the only answer that is actually a good answer I can think of, is killing Shizuka's mother. Because, like, Marina's family, happy. Shizuka has Chappy. The kids at school probably won't be assholes, but she'll also probably be taken by her father to Tokyo, who, even if he starts a new family, at least she'll be involved in. So that's the hope that he learned out of all of this and he goes back to do. But it also could very well be like he goes back and the Marina timeline happens, so he has to kill Shizuka. But it also could be he goes back and instead of meeting either of them, I don't know, he like... The only way this can actually go good from here is if he kills one of the parents. Like, whether it be Shizuka's mother or Marina's mother. Like, if he kills one of the parents, that's the only actual answer I have. Because they're the main problem in the show. Like, whether it be Shizuka's mother or Marina's mother. Because, like, if Marina's mother dies, maybe Shizuka's mother won't be a whore and she'll match up with Marina's dad, and they'll be stepsisters and like each other. I know that's more coping than the other thing, but I should think this is the first time in the show I've cried. Awkward. Okay, but what timeline are we in? Chappy! Okay, well, she still goes to a school where that cunt Marina's alive and bullies the hell out of her because her mother's a whore. Okay, so basically the dumb octopus didn't understand anything that happened during any of these timelines. Although, apparently, some of them still have mixed out memories from the other timelines. Yeah, remember back before the PS5 when that was actually a popular statement? Crazy, right? So, like, we're gonna get some half-decent resolution from this, right? Because, like, the stupid cunt is alive again, so that vindication is just, like, kind of erased. At least Chappy is currently with Shizuka. But nothing has been fixed other than, like, some of them retaining memories from previous timelines. Yeah. Apparently, Takopi is still written in places. I love how she was about to stab her with a pen and then just general bullying. Unless that's the change. Unless, like... Unless retaining the memories of Takopi actually brings them together. You know, they're reminiscing. Okay, like... Maybe there is some hopefulness for this timeline after all. Like, maybe because the two found common ground, they'll just drop the differences. Unlikely for that kind of copium, but maybe that's the point they're trying to get to. Okay, no, there's just pajamas hanging up. Literally, I thought it panned over and, like, Shizuka's mother took herself out. Like, for a split second, I thought those pajamas were her mother. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, the uniforms. They're back in middle school age. Which means she didn't do the thing. It worked. What Takopi did worked. Yeah, it does actually. Yeah, isn't that weird how that works out? The art style, right? Like, for the final scene of the show, they got incredibly lazy, didn't they? Okay, that was the finale, and now it is time to unpack. Holy shit. Okay. Like, first I'll start off with I didn't expect this to happen at the end. High key, I did not expect to actually be crying at the end of something I was ready to give up on. Like, I'm going to start with I take back only 5% of what I said throughout the entire show. Like, yes, multiple timelines worth of Marina, she did not deserve to live. But at the final timeline, she got it. It was Takopi leaving that little bit of himself in everybody's memories. And, like, as useless as every single adult in this show was, apparently that was all it took. So, like, I'm still confused about some things, don't get me wrong. Like, why didn't he just go back and take the easy answers to begin with? You know, if he had taken out either one of the mothers, a lot of it could have been resolved a lot sooner, but I guess in this case it also resulted in nobody dying, which was the best thing for him. Like, it's one of those things where it requires a lot of trial and error for things to actually happen how they did. So, like, it literally is one of those plot lines where it's like, yeah, it's like a roguelike, honestly. You die a bunch of times, but you eventually learn your mistakes so you can get past things. And I think that's basically what happened here, is Takopi saw enough people die, get hurt, want to die, be sad, that he eventually understood the assignment, as much of a dumb little octopus as he was. So, like, will I still say this is, like, my second most hated show ever? As a whole, I don't think I can say that anymore. Like, as a whole, I honestly think this was, like, a very good story about redemption. Because, like, Marina dying in the one timeline was outright cathartic vindication that we deserved to have happen. I'm not taking that back at all whatsoever. But the fact that even after dealing with all that bullshit, the timeline with Marina where he said he'd go back to kill Shizuka, the timeline where Shizuka did die and then he wanted to save her, to everything that happened after. Like, all of that work towards the resolution. And sure, leaving Shizuka during that final timeline made her incredibly sad. But it seems like she at least got a better life ahead of time. Like, neither of them have good parents still, no. But they have each other. And that was Chappy's goal, or Chappy's still alive too, which is the best news. But that was Takopi's goal the whole time, and he succeeded. And I'll give him credit for that. So, like, if you're like me and you can't handle anything bad happening to an animal, I don't think I could recommend watching episode 2. But for all 5 of the other episodes, yes. Yes, I can. Because while episode 2 is truly the actual start to the storyline, I don't think I could recommend it as being an episode 2 watch. It might only be 6 episodes. That might only happen for like 10-15 minutes of the episode. But if you're an animal lover to the point I am, I could not recommend putting up with episode 2. For everything else, honestly, I will take back what I said. I will take back that this is a shitty, horrible, garbage show. It is specifically that one episode that is shitty, horrible garbage. Because, like, yes, there was a lot of venom and spite and anger that came from my being witnessing a lot of what went down in this show. However, there was also a lot of like sad moments, some funny moments, some relatable moments, some crazy moments. It was a literal roller coaster ride throughout the whole thing. And outside of episode 2, which is the worst episode of the whole thing, I'll probably end up giving at least a 7 on my anime list. It maybe even an 8, because like if it can bring me to tears, I think it's probably worth it, because it really is my innate hopefulness that some miracle can happen in my own life, why I tear up at these things, because like a peaceful final resolution to anything bad happening is really what I'm grasping for in real life. But y'all can let me know your thoughts as far as all that goes in the comment section, because that's my piece on it, and I don't want to drag on. Like, in general, yes, it was a good show. Like, the art style here and there felt like it left some things to be desired. But in shows like this, I guess that's kind of the point, right? Is like decent art style and decent animation just to like not lose any of the luster from the emotional portions of the show. To which, again, I will admit there was a lot of in one direction or the other. Like, the happy resolution at a show like this is honestly the kind of thing we all want, right? And I will say, at least seeing children get taken down as they did in this show and not minding it proves that I can stomach Made in Abyss for no reason. So my plans for watching that are not gone, and I think I'll binge it. I'll script it, and maybe I'll have that up for you by October, which would be a good time to do that. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts on the show as a whole. You know, and don't say I overreacted to the Chappy thing, because you can suck my dick on that. Because if you're not an animal lover, if you don't get hurt when animals get hurt in media, then you might just be a sociopath. As I called the writer. Which, I don't stray from that thought, because listen, a lot of the writing in this was very sociopathic. Excuse me. But it also worked out in the end. Also, let me know of any other shows, movies, etc. I should check out this season, next season, or in general. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the gaming channel in the description. Ring both bells like Facebook, follow Twitter, and Blue Sky. Keep updated with things, TikTok, Patreon, get the full animated visual and audio, the stuff I upload here. Go follow on the Purple Prime for free. Helps out immensely temporarily. This for the long term. Hopefully, if the AI thing in a couple of weeks doesn't like slaughter everybody, hopefully that gets stopped by that point. I'm gonna do a green account. Will I watch Made in Abyss there just in general? I don't know. We'll see. Check out the playlist here. Let it run through a conversation with stuff within whatever. Check out the video recommended to you by YouTube here, or the bigger version if you're watching the cutout video. Until next time, Ben the Blazer Game with Kritique. Ta for now. Peace.